Hello everyone, Scott Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Maui. I'm in Kaanapali. It is April, I wanted to say March. It is April 21st, 2015, 8:23 in the morning. And I want to go through a series with you, and I want to share with you some of the issues that come from discounting jobs and services and whatever you do. Now, understand that there are people out there that really like to fight and they really like to haggle over price. And those are the type of people who like put that type of stuff on Facebook, and I'm gonna put them as like the most extreme. That like they're excited about the things that they get out of somebody from having to negotiate and having to haggle. I'm gonna say haggle is like more like past negotiation, okay? So they really like to haggle over things. So I went through an enlightening experience. I was in New Jersey a couple years back, and I was with one of my friends, Chris, and this guy is talking to us and he's telling us how he buys a car, that he goes in and he negotiates and negotiates and negotiates and haggles and haggles and haggles, and then as soon as he decides on a price, he hands them an American Express. Now, if you don't know that when you use a credit card, it costs the merchant a percentage point to buy something. So let's just say it's 3%, okay? So if you have a $20,000 vehicle, a 3% cost is gonna cost 600 bucks. So he would throw out his credit card, and if the manager or the salesperson didn't freak out, he would believe that he didn't get a good enough deal, because he thought at that point there was still skin in the game or still room in the game for them to give up some goods and give up some services. So just understand that, you know, as you go through whatever you do, you have to have a game plan, and you have to have a strategy for the people who do like to fight. Now, understand that in most consumers, business to consumers, most volleys that go back and forth for figuring out how much something's gonna be for a negotiation go back 3 times, right? So you say it's 10,000, they go, I'll give you 9,500. You say 9,750, they say 9,600, then you say 9,800 and go backwards. And then like for some reason you come up, not for some reason, you guys agree upon a price, you shake hands, and everything's good. It usually goes 3 deep. So when it comes to a discounting strategy, you should really be able to go 5 or 6 deep to defeat that. Most buyers can only go 3, because most people just want to know that they weren't getting taken advantage of. You know, I like to let people know, hey, my first price is going to be my best price right out of the bat. I don't really have like extra stuff that I add in so that I could take it out later. My first price is my best price. And then, you know, you get the people who have to have that feeling like they won. So at that point, throw something in for them, okay? Just know, but what you should be doing when you're sitting down with buyers is determining what type of buyer they are. Are they somebody who wants a discount? Are they somebody who doesn't care about all that stuff? Look, so for me, and understand, I don't want this to come across wrong, I value my time more than I value money. And with that, what I mean is I don't want to sit there and haggle with somebody over $5 that, you know, I could have been spending 30 extra minutes on the beach. That just doesn't make sense to me. I don't walk away feeling good from that. So if it costs me 5 extra bucks and I get 30 more minutes on the beach, I'm gonna spend it. I'm gonna, that's me, okay? So every buyer is different. If you're dealing with somebody like me, as long as I know that you have a good arrangement for me from the very beginning and you're not taking advantage of a situation, I'm okay with it. I'm just gonna buy it if I like it, right? But not everybody's like that. You have the opposite end of the spectrum, where I'm talking about the type of person who wants to fight and they want to have something where they win. Then you're going to have to let them win. You're going to have to figure out a way to get them something that they're going to win. But you have to understand that this comes from a strategy. It doesn't happen on the fly, okay? So figure out what you're going to do, because there are some of those buyers who are going to create some challenges for you, and it's going to be difficult, and you're just not going to have to know right through it. And understand that in Western society, it's not like when you go to the grocery store that you have to negotiate for a can of beans. We're not like that in society. In some other places of the world, they are. And so there's a different skill set that you need for dealing with different nationalities, different peoples, and it's not a bad thing. It's just understanding how people communicate and what they do. So some people like to have a big fight before they buy something. It's just, that's human nature for them and how they do it. For me, I'm completely opposite, and it's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing, it's just personality wise, okay? So just know that, you know, there are some problems in the discounting process that if you just go too quickly, you don't have enough left over, and you don't have that capability to stay in the game. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right or to the left, there is a subscribe button. Subscribe, then send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn. Scott Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Maui. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.